welcome back to Troy's Hobbies. Today on this episode, we're going to do something pretty cool and pretty special. After a few sold out batches, I was finally able to get my hands on the new FMS Max Smasher. This is a new 1/24th scale solid axle monster truck that's been pretty popular across the internet and across YouTube. And now it's my turn to finally give you guys an unboxing and my opinions on the truck. So let's get over to the table and let's take a look at what you get in the box and some other details about it. Okay, we're over here on the bench with the brand new FMS Max Smasher. Here's the truck here. I just want to show you guys really quick before we take a look at the truck in depth, what comes in the box. We'll start here with the transmitter. Now this is the batch 2 transmitter, or the version 2 transmitter, whatever you guys go by. This doesn't have the drag brake functions or any of the forward and reverse features or any of the other ones that the other trucks for the other YouTubers had. I kind of don't really feel one way or the other about it too much. I would have liked to have had the other controller and the other functions. My concern is about something else that we'll talk about later on in the video, for things that you're going to need to do to upgrade the truck if you go the modified route. So just your basic functions on this: on-off switch, throttle and steering trim, reverse switch, a bind switch. The bind switch turns on and off your lights, so remember that. And then your third channel switch over here, which is low speed, neutral in the middle, and then all the way forward is second gear. So that's high speed. So I'm going to keep it in low speed for now, and then we'll go through that here in a little bit. Alright, just a couple more little items to go over besides the truck here. Just your little parts bag here. Comes with your standard T-wrench, USB charger, a little wheel wrench, which is special to fit these specific wheels. So don't lose this. You want to keep that little wheel wrench. You have some plastic lockers if you want to run some lock diffs in there. For the monster truck, it's probably not too necessary. But if you want to do some crawling or some mud runs or something like that, maybe you want to throw the lockers in there to give you a little bit of positive traction. And then you have your O-ring kit for the shock absorbers. They come standard as friction shocks, but you can put these little O-rings in there and convert them over to a regular oil shock like any other RC. So we'll probably be doing that at some point as well. The next thing to cover is our decal sheet. This is the standard decal sheet that comes with the truck. Now these are waterpress style decals, similar to how you would do like a temporary tattoo or something like that if you've ever done those as a kid. These stickers are applied much in the same manner. You get them wet and then you apply them to the body and then they should fit. However, I will not be using this sticker kit. I have something special planned and I'll show you guys that in a future video. So for now, we'll just run the regular blue body. Alright, one more thing to go over really fast. As you can see here, we have the box art. Really, really nice box art. Everybody says it's like Tamaya style brush art, and I would tend to agree with that. It definitely looks like airbrush art or something like that you would find. This art style was really, really popular in the 1980s and early 1990s, with all like the Tamaya Frog, the Sand Scorcher, even the original Cloudbuster came with, similar art style to this. So for them to kind of throw it back, I like the retro vibes, and I say keep it up. I like it. I don't really find that, using a paint style is really too much of a copycat. I think it's really, really fitting for this particular truck. Alright, let's go over the user manual really quick. Just a simple user manual, black and white print, nothing crazy. It is a dual language format, so you'll have English and Chinese in the same text. So it's a little bit, you kind of have to separate and divide to read this, depending on where you're reading this from. Other than that, it's a pretty good manual. All of your exploded views, your decal kit, all that. Parts list here. Let's see here. And again, your exploded views for parts and things like that. All your parts numbers are listed as well. So if you break something, everything is pictured here and what part number you can order it from. So with all the technical stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and look at the actual truck itself. Okay, let's take a look at the truck up close. As you can see, I have the blue model. It's modeled similar as the Bigfoot. This one here is like a 1970s Ford body. Really, really nice chrome rims on this. I really dig the chrome on there. And these tires are excellent. For a 1/24 scale, these things are squishy. They kind of remind me of like a Clodbuster tire. There's no foams in there, but on this particular truck, I think it's going to make it perform absolutely on point for the scale purposes. Nice chrome details with the roll bars. Really nice chrome details on the bumper here, on the front and the rear. So we'll see how long those hold up, because, you know, I drive like an idiot sometimes. So we'll see how that holds up. Other than that, that kind of covers the exterior. Let's go ahead and pop off the body and kind of talk about some of the other stuff under the truck. All right, just want to talk about the hard body system here on the truck. As you can see, this wire here, this plugs into your third channel on your receiver ESC combo. But I wanted to talk about the hard body itself. As you can hear, complete hard body, but I just wanted to show you guys this latch system that they use. This is how they mount the trucks into the frame. It just simply pops down in, and then you just squeeze these together and it pulls out. It does take a little bit of finesse, so don't go in there just, you know, monster trucking the way through this. You'll end up breaking these little tabs off pretty easily. I've been good about it so far, so we'll see how it holds up longevity wise. But other than that, man, I could go on all day about the details on this body. FMS absolutely kills it with these things, so I'm really, really excited. This is really, really good, nice looking truck. So let's move on to the actual deal. All right, let's go over the axle components and the suspension of the truck. This truck runs a solid axle, front and rear, simple tie rod design, steering linkage. It does have a servo saver on the servo, 3-wire servo, but this has a portal axle on this particular truck to reduce some of the drivetrain strain and to give it a little bit of gear reduction as well. It also helps eliminate some of the torque twist on the truck, so you don't have to go installing sway bars with this thing out of the box. It is a triangulated link system. They call it a 4-link, but it's not a true 4-link. It's more like a 3-link with an upper wishbone, and then the bottom links here. And then your center slider shafts, drive shafts, pretty common design there. Just simple pin design. Pop those out, replace them with some metal ones if you upgrade them down the road. Easy peasy. Other than that, that covers the drivetrain. Friction shocks, once again, just bouncy little friction shocks. You can convert these to oil. We might do that into the future, or I might upgrade these shocks altogether, so we'll see. So let's talk about the meat and potatoes next, which is the electronics. Okay, the final thing we're going to kind of talk about here today is the electronic system, the drivetrain, and things like that overall. We already covered the 3-wire servo and the servo saver. That's really, really nice to see. It is a 3-channel receiver ESC combo. Right now I have the lights unplugged because the body's off. Here's your battery, and then your second servo here is for your 2-speed transmission. It's all plastic gears in the transmission, but it is metal and drivetrain parts in the axle. So plastic in the transmission, metal in the axles. But we'll be taking care of that in the future. The main thing I want to talk about, and this might be a little bit controversial part of the video, but I do believe it's something that FMS needs to be addressing just in future batches and things to kind of foolproof this design. This battery is only a 5C rated 2S, and if you do the conversion, which I will down the road, to the high-speed motor, you have to bump up the C rating. And in order to do that, you have one of two options. You can either swap out your ESC receiver combo for something with a JST connector, or you have to cut the connector off of this stock ESC and put a JST connector on here to run a higher capacity battery. I feel like this might be a slight oversight on FMS's part. I know these trucks sold really, really well, and they were rushed out the door big time. And the YouTubers got a different truck. The first batch of YouTubers got a different truck. They got a different set of I think it was a different ESC and receiver, and it was a different controller. And I believe that that battery was also a different rating. So the production model is a little bit different if you want to go the upgraded route. So your options are to swap literally everything. That means the motor, speed controller, whatever you've got to do to make it high performance to go brushless. But if you were to want to stay brushed, you have to either solder new connectors on here, find an adapter of some kind, or find a different ESC receiver combo that runs a JST plug to run more standardized batteries. But other than that, that's really my only con. Unfortunately, I think it's kind of a big one. Electronics are the heartbeat of the truck. You know, they're the meat and potatoes of what makes everything work. So when there's these little I would say like an engineering oversight, just a simple mathematical problem with the C rating, they just need to bump this up to like a 15 or 20 C and everything would be fine. It would work with the high-speed motor and everything. But at 5C, this doesn't have enough punch to power the high-speed motor. So that's what's going on with that. We'll be addressing that in the future. I will have other versions of this truck. I'm going to do a lot of modifications to this particular one, and we'll start here as a basis. And then the other ones that I'll be getting in the future, we'll be doing either very limited mods or keeping stock. And we'll talk about that here at the end of the video. So let me give you guys my final thoughts and we'll wrap this thing up for the day. Alright everybody, I just powered on the Max Smasher for the very first time. It's in low gear right here. Just so you guys know, these are some custom crush cars that I made. If you guys want to learn how I did this and how to make some of your own, let me know down in the comments and I'll make a video about these in the future. I need to make some more, so I can give you guys an instructional video about that if you guys want. They're very, very simple, very easy to make, and very, very cheap. So if you guys want me to do that, let me know in the future. But for now, let's see what this little guy can do. We're going to start off in low speed. Yeah, it's not very fast in low speed. See if we can get her lined up with the cars here. Line them up. Alright, there we go. Let's see if we can hit it. Oh yeah, very, very slow in first gear. Definitely like a torque gear. So this is neutral. No movement. Alright, high speed. See if we can keep this bad boy on the table. Line it up. Just like the old school trucks. Alright, here we go. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's kind of hard to drive on this table. Honk. Alright you guys, that's just a little teaser. We're going to do a full run video with this here in the future. So guys, be looking forward to that. So let's cut over and I'll give you guys my final thoughts for the day. Well, everybody, that's going to do it for today on Troy's Hobbies. That was our first look and unboxing of the new FMS Max Smasher. This truck has been extremely popular on YouTube and on social media across the board. A lot of people have gotten this truck. A lot of people have given reviews. So I hope that mine was informative and gave you guys a little bit of a different insight. You know, this is coming from a real monster truck fan, a real Bigfoot fan specifically. So to see something like this on the market, for me, is really, really cool. It'll go right up there with my my Traxxas Stampede that's signed by Bob himself. So, you know, that Bob Chandler signed truck, that thing's basically retired now. So maybe next year at the Hall of Fame or at the open house, maybe I'll get the man to sign this, and it'd be really cool to have it. These are really cool toys, man. Really cool hobby we're in. If they could just address the electronics issue, that way that everybody that gets the truck is kind of on the same page across the board, I would like to see that addressed. Other than that, I have no marks to give this truck. It's really, really excellent. Very, very good craftsmanship. And this opens the door for all the other companies to kind of take note. These trucks are really, really popular right now. So all the big name companies, you guys know who you are. You better take note of this little truck because it is selling like crazy. And maybe you want to do something to answer back. So that's going to do it for today on Troy's Hobbies. Make sure you follow us on all the social media, Facebook, Instagram. That's Troy's Hobbies RC. And then here on YouTube as well. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you guys are new. And we'll see you guys next time. Later.